All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Mr. Flatface, the man of many faces and even more opinions. And I always have an opinion when it comes to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, 2022 edition. First being, that name's stupid. But we are about to drop our highest kill game yet, a 70 kill game. While playing the objective, I know, ladies and gentlemen, playing the objective is not allowed in Call of Duty. But we do play the objective. We drop our 70 kills. We only die 17 times, but we still lose. Yeah, we still lose. So let's get into it. Let's break this down and see why. Is it okay to lose? Is it not? Let's see where we end up at the end of the video. But first, I would like to say thank you to all of you that have been liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. It really means a lot to me and allows me to know that my channel is reaching the right audience. That's you. Whether you're just enjoying the video and watching it and lurking, or commenting down below and interacting with the community. I appreciate all of you. Now let's get back to the video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try to explain something very difficult to you guys. It's a concept of a feeling that has to happen. A feeling that only can exist if 12 people in a lobby do something very particular. And that feeling is going to make this game feel different than it should, where it no longer becomes a game, but becomes an experience all on its own. And I'm going to do my best to try to explain that to you in the best way I can while you guys watch me drop 70 kills. That's my ego boost. All right, so let's try to get into what I'm trying to explain. So the general topic of what I'm trying to explain is no longer playing the game, but experiencing a game. There's a big difference between playing a game and experiencing a game. When you play a game, you simply exist within a world. Think of like an open world sandbox game like, I don't know, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where yes, it's very big and it's very vast, but it's also very empty and shallow. So when you're playing and you're not doing those story moments, you're just a guy running through a world, and nothing that's going on around the world interacts with you or changes based on you being there or not being there. Call of Duty will often have these moments, lobbies we'll call them. Lobbies are moments in this scenario. When you're in these lobbies, you often can feel just like a guy going through the paces. You're just hitting left trigger, right trigger, or you're clicking your mouse and hitting W key. It can become very rhythmic and boring and kind of like just turn your brain off. And eventually you'll just realize you're just playing a game. You're 20 lobbies in and you have wasted 4 hours of your night, but you have accomplished literally nothing. You've built no memories and a whole bunch of time has passed that you will never get back. You've won some games, you've lost some games, but overall, you don't remember any of them. And that's what playing a game is. When you're trying to experience something, but you're not experiencing anything from that thing. This is a whole lot of like oobla trying to explain something, but the difference is you're playing a game when that happens. When your mind can no longer function and you don't have to think about it anymore, that's playing a game. Now, for a brief moment, I want you to just think for a second of your favorite gaming moment when you're playing, for instance, a shooter, because every type of genre of game is going to be different. But in a shooter where you're playing with your friends, think about your favorite gaming moment. Was it your first victory royale in PUBG? Or maybe the first time you won a build fight in Fortnite? Maybe it was the first time you clutched a 1v6 in Search and Destroy. These moments stick out for a different reason than when you're just playing a game. These are experiences, and when you actually break it down and you think about it, it's an experience you had that made you remember it. You played 20 games before that, or 100 hours of PUBG before that. You have done a million different things before you did that one thing that made you remember it. And every once in a while, you'll get a chance to re-experience that feeling of your heart racing, your blood pumping, your palms sweating, the way you leaned forward in your chair to your call out, where every sound in the game sounded louder. That's experiencing a game. And when it comes to Call of Duty, where it's not a battle royale and you don't get those heart-wrenching final moments in the final circle, and it's not PUBG where every second you could just be sniped from across the map with a Kar 98, so you're always on alert, to even the craziness of Fortnite where in a build fight and you're trying to challenge somebody. There's a big difference, and it comes so rarely in Call of Duty that I have to show you and experience it with you. And that's what you're watching unfold in this gameplay right here. In this gameplay, we are versing another team on Shoot House. That's obvious. But what makes this lobby different than every other lobby I've played up to this point is the way this game unfolded. I'm going to get a lot of kills. I'm going to get a lot of captures, and so are my team. But we're still going to lose. And why is this game so special to me? Because the way it happened. So let's break it down. While you're experiencing a game, you have to have a few key things fall into place, especially when you're playing with a team. When you're playing solo, it just might be your heart racing and your blood pumping. When you're playing with a team, there's a special thing that happens when you play with a team. And that's when everybody kind of gets on the same page at the exact same time without anybody ever saying a word. It's so powerful to think that there's 5 other people sitting in 5 different areas of the world, all coming to the same conclusion and working towards the same common goal. And that differs from when you play other lobbies where everybody's just kind of doing their own thing and you win or lose. And in this lobby, we had all the puzzle pieces fit. So let's break that down. The first puzzle piece that has to fit is communication. Immediately, you have to have communication. And what was really cool is we all kind of, at the end, we realized, you know what, we're all doing really good, but we're still going to take that L. You don't want that L. So we all started communicating, taking B. I'm planting a VTOL over B, so that'll guard B, putting an artillery strike on the left side of the map, so that'll cover that path. We're going to do this and we're going to do that. Everybody's calling everything out and everybody's using their score streaks and kill streaks actually for once tactically, rather than just calling it in so then you feel better. Communication can really make or break a gaming experience, and in this game we had it. The callouts were on point. Guy in office. There's a guy over on B laying down in the right corner. There's a guy pushing rec yard. Everyone was calling out stuff and it just was so coherent. No one was yelling over each other and nobody was talking nonstop. It was just focused on the game. Now that may sound sweaty, but it's actually really cool when it happens. And if you've been in that moment, you'll understand exactly what I'm trying to say. Where the lobby fills with silence on your end and everyone just works towards the same goal while calling things out. It's so impactful. Everyone gets really intense. You can feel it. It's like electricity through the air. It becomes a palpable experience where you're not just hearing it and visually seeing it, you're actually feeling it deep inside your body. And what's cool is you can tell by that moment that everyone else in the lobby is experiencing the exact same feeling you are. And it's all due to the communication. That's where it starts. That's where this feeling starts, is when everyone starts to just communicate. Rather than talking about what they ate on Sunday dinner, they start just saying be objective points. There's a guy over here. It's a really cool experience. And if you've been there, you know what I'm saying. The next piece that has to fall into place is the movement. Everyone has to start moving together as a unit. Rather than just having one guy sprint to A side or back to C side or over to B, y'all start working together. I'm pushing right side. I'm moving left. And you start making call out. I'm coming over here. Hey, buddy, there's a guy on the other side of the half wall. Can you take him out? Yeah. Oh, UAV. Take that out. It becomes this really cool experience as you watch people move around the map and work together towards the same objective. I'm going to push A. I'm going to go left side. You push B, A. You go around right side. And you meet at the middle. And it's such an impactful moment. It's so cool when there's a lot of teamwork going into something, and it is really impactful when that happens, especially when it happens naturally. This is the key, and I'm going to keep driving it home. When it happens naturally is the key to this feeling. In order for that to happen, you have to have a certain level and intensity in the lobby. You have to have a certain level of stake. If there's no stake in what you're doing, then nobody cares what's happening. If somebody's been rushing all game just to get kills, they're going to continue to rush all game to get kills until that stake is there. And that stake is, I'm already winning in kills, but now I'm going to lose the game. And at the end of the day, the W at the end of the game, win or lose, that's what matters. If you lost and you got 10,000 kills, nobody cares. If you win and you got 0 objective time, nobody cares. So that W becomes the stake that you require in order to have this feeling form. And in order to have this stake and the W matter, you have to have a team that's good opposing you. And that's the third piece of this puzzle, is the enemy team has to be just as good as you. Not in the artificial way that skill-based matchmaking does it. It has to be a genuine experience where the other team is completely countering you in the best way that they can. The way I like to look at this analogy is Overwatch. When you verse a good Overwatch team and you're a bad Overwatch team, you know the difference. You get absolutely destroyed and cannot compete. But when you verse an Overwatch team that's just as good as you, not artificially done through skill-based matchmaking, and everyone's working together, that can be the most incredible experience of your life. I can remember my good games of Overwatch and how chaotic and crazy it was. Just like I can remember my good lobbies of Call of Duty, and this is one of them. What made this lobby special and why it gave that feeling that I've been trying to get across to you is because the other team was doing exactly what we were doing the exact same way. What made it cool was they were challenging us the exact opposite of what we were doing. If we were attacking a certain way, they were defending a certain way, and that makes for an extremely dynamic gameplay. I call in a VTOL, they call in a VTOL. We get a UAV, they get a UAV. Every move you make becomes a chess game where you're moving pawn for pawn, removing knight for knight, and it becomes this incredible battle between one side and the other. And it creates these special moments. Yes, the guy at the end of the game was super toxic, saying there was only 4 of them versus 6 of us, but for 90% of the game, there was 6 of them versus 6 of us, and that's what made it special. But you know what? He has the right to be toxic. He won, and I don't really get bothered by toxicity, so it's okay with me. He earned that right. But it takes a certain level of skill, luck, and then just overall objective-based mindset to get this feeling. There was nothing like playing PUBG and getting that chicken dinner when you work together. Guy on the behind the tree, lean right, I'm pushing left kind of thing. There was nothing better than that. There was nothing better than when you and your teammate learned to build fight and you fought another team and you won that first duo fight. Fortnite might have been a kid's game, but it brought some heart-pumping action. And there's nothing better than when you're playing a 6-man squad game and you all work within cohesion to help fight off the enemy. And then the enemy enemy fights back just as hard. That is experiencing a game, ladies and gentlemen, where you can sit there and you're no longer just an empty shell of a soldier sitting on the battlefield mindlessly going through 4 hours of gameplay. No, now you're actually in the puzzle. You're in the maze. You're now making tactical decisions and trying to outwit the other team, just like a real battle. It may seem over the top, but as a gamer, I'm passionate about gaming. And so when you get experiences like this, I want to share it with you guys. It's okay to be passionate about things, whether it gets you angry because you want to do better or you want to be happy and you jump with glee. It's okay to be passionate about things, and this feeling makes me passionate about gaming. And it's so rare nowadays in gaming where you get this because the companies are so worried about making money. They're willing to sacrifice this very unique feeling that you will get from playing a game instead for giving you artificial lobbies where you will then pay them money. So when you get these moments, remember them, cherish them, hold them close to you, record it if you can, and then upload it to YouTube to share to everybody else. Because win or lose, you're gonna have a good time when this happens. Because no matter what you do, at the end of the day, you just for the first time experienced a game rather than playing a game. Role-playing games are easy because you get to put yourself in the mind of your character and explore an open world where you get to fill in the spots where you don't get to interact with things in the real world. You go play Skyrim to fight dragons and be the Dragonborn. You go play Fallout to exist in the Fallout apocalyptic universe, exploring the wasteland and fighting off the radiated dead. We play Call of Duty to become soldiers and tactically work around a map, feeling like an action hero on a battlefield, trying to do everything we see in movies. Yet most of the time, we just feel like an empty shell of ourselves, dying over and over again and repeating it like that Tom Cruise movie. So to experience a real raw emotion like this game gave me, the gameplay you're watching, I wanted to share it with you because sometimes it's okay to lose a game and it's okay to try and win another one, but very rarely are you going to get these moments of just pure impactful joy. And you need to remember that it is a game and you're here to have fun. Be toxic, be non-toxic, be loud, be quiet, but at the end of the day, be you and just enjoy the experience with your friends, because you don't know what the good old days are until they're gone, and that's sad. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I have been your host, Mr. Flatface, the man of many faces and even more opinions, and this has been me trying to explain a feeling that I don't fully understand myself. So if you guys understand what it is, let me know down in the comments below, and if you don't, that's okay, because neither do I. Just go and play the game and experience it for once. Don't be toxic about it. Just go into it open-minded and enjoy your time, because you want to remember the good, not the bad, right? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Bye.